Yeah.
Which for people who do know him, might not have been the brightest thing. So you better batten down those hatches, boys and girls. This may get a little, how shall I put this, industrial? I reckon you approach the next 5 or so minutes in a similar vein as if you were playing 4. Not taking the silly man too seriously. There will be lies. Oh yes, there will.
All true.
And a fair amount of inarticulate drivel. You know, Joe's always been a bit thick. When his mother was pregnant with him, she was arrested for being a dope carrier.
He's asking for it, it's just
may get offended by the next speaker. So please remember, he is a tool.
You know what it is, speech, man. Just go for it.
My God, he's a funny tool. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my best man, Joseph.
If anyone doesn't like swear words, now.
No, it's okay.
Take the piss out of
Watch
the
your head. Joseph, watch your
Well,
head.
it starts off nice, but I wish I'd fucking changed just now. It starts off, Elliott, sincerely, thank you for those kind words. Alright guys, right. What a beautiful setting, isn't it? I mean, marvellous, you've done well here, like choosing Cardiff. It's a gorgeous place, man. Shame about the weather. But Bianca, man, you are definitely the ray of sunshine today. Elliott Bianca, on behalf of the bridesmaids, myself, and everyone here, like, thank you sincerely, humbly and sincerely, right, for letting us share with you today.
Thank you.
Russell, we didn't meet before, we haven't hardly met each other, but Elliott said you're going to be a hard act to follow up here, and he was right. I couldn't follow a word of it, mate. Seriously, I haven't been this nervous in a long time, man. So I prepared a few lines. I've snorted them now and I feel fucking Cheers for that, fucking good shit, man. No, it's generally said that the best man's speech shouldn't last longer than the groom makes love. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's it, I'm done.
We want more.
Wait, you got that right?
Yeah, so what we're here today, we've travelled from far and exotic places, yeah? We've already shouted out before, yeah? So, Richie Collett, man, you've travelled 5,000 miles here. There you are, mate. Give him a round of applause, mate. Coming from China. This is how much like Elliott and Bianca mean to so many people that would travel so far, you know? Richard Forrest, where is he, mate? Where are you, mate? Hong Kong, man. Literally hopped over here. Watch him later, man. He'll be getting legless.
Below the belt, man.
I live in New York now, and Anthea, she jetted in from New York today, you know. I've come from far places. And let's not forget the Jacques family,
Jakes.
who've hitchhiked here all the way from Cumbria. No, that's me. We could learn a thing or two from our northern cousins, yeah, about manners and etiquette. So remember, after every course today, always tilt the plate towards you when you have your clean off. Shoot me, we're on the Lake District now. So when Elliott asked me to be the best man, it was like being asked to go down on the Queen. It's a great honour, but you don't want to do it. I'd like to augment that further and say it fucking stinks as well. I tell you what, I just want to come over here, hand the rings over, fucking get pissed, fucking, you know, have a dance with my friends and that. But this speech, man, is tough, you know. I haven't been researching on the internet this much since that Pam Ransom video came out. This is before I met you, Anthea. Yeah, but this speech, man, has been a tough gig, man. Especially when Elliott is fucking phoning you every other day saying, you better be funny, man, you're all funny. Take a piss out of Northerners, they love all that shit. Yeah, talk about drugs and swearing and stuff. It's good, yeah, it's all good. So, everyone here, right, if you're all offended, right, it's his fault. Yeah? And for God's sake, don't be a cunt about it. Elliott's been a huge influence on my life, and not all of it has been good. Right? See, the thing with Elliott, he's one of those people you just want to make laugh. Right? He's just one of those guys, you all know, all the friends know here, you just want to make them laugh, he has that affinity. Unfortunately, Elliott has a very sick sense of humour. Right? You're quite frankly disgusting. And, in the process of trying to make you laugh, I guess, you know, you don't think of the consequences and bad things can happen. So I'll give you two good examples of this, right? Okay. The first one is Elliott got us both kicked out of clubs. Yeah? I fucking loved clubs. That's where I went to drink and smoke. Which, by the way, Elliott, you were the guy who started me smoking by the age of 9. Cheers for that. Yeah, so the story is, yeah, we're all camping out in St. Juan's, and there's like a German bunker there. And we're all sort of milling around the German bunker. And Elliott's had this bright idea, so let's pop out, yeah? Let's go on top of the entrance. Yeah, I'm saying it, mate. Let's go on top of the entrance and let's piss on the first fucking cop that walks out. I thought it was a great idea at the time. I'm only 9, right? So we're all there, at the ready, dicks out. And yeah, this kid comes out, it's, I don't know, call him Pissy Charles or something, right? He comes out and fucking bombs away, right? White all over his back, yeah? And instead of like running away, this kid, right, with the knee, he sort of froze, and he sort of went, ooh, and turned round. And then Elliott saw his opportunity, straight in the face, right over his fucking face.
Don't apply to be a cop.
It's true, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, our Cub Scout leader found that quite questionable and disgusting behaviour for 2 9-year-olds and ran away. So cheers for that. I really enjoyed that time, that 1 year I was in Cubs. The second time was I got thrown out of school. Got thrown out of Vic College, boys' school here, and I blame Elliott for that. Right? This is why. Right? So A grade student all the way. Yeah, I was very good, and he used to sit next to me for for forever, and he used to copy me, and your grades went downhill after I left. But anyway, we were just messing about, pure old shit. We had this book, and we were drawing sort of pictures of teachers and things like that, right? And Elliott says, "You're good at drawing. Why don't you draw a picture of Mrs. Shields with her legs wide open?" Right? And Mr. Gray, like our PE teacher, coming with a big dick. Yeah? I was like, yeah, okay, it makes you happy, man. And then I was drawing it, it's like, oh, make it bigger, make it really big. Very angry scene in this book, right? Yeah, lo and behold, the fucking headmaster gets hold of it, right? So we're pulled up in front of the headmaster, and we're flicking through this book and stuff, and Elliott's like, yeah, I did that one, pie face fibre. And then it comes to me, and then like it dawns on me how disgustingly horrible it is, and I knew him out my ear, right? Yeah, I did that one, yeah. Fucking, he's crying his eyes out, and I'm thrown out of my bloody ear, and you stay and I go. The thing that bugs me though is as I was walking out the door, the headmaster would go, "Hey mate, you draw a good dick though, didn't you?" You always knew when you got Elliott's textbook, by the way, the hand-me-downs, right? It was the one with all the dicks drawn on every single picture. King Charles dick, yeah, Queen Elizabeth dick, yeah. Anyway, right, Elliott was born at a very early age. He was born on New Year's Day, and I was chatting to someone earlier in the family, I can't remember, was that planned? They said, no, actually, he came prematurely. Nothing new there then, eh, Ray? No, but seriously, when I first met Elliott, he was different to all the other 7-year-olds. He was 11. He had something extra, that extra pair of chromosomes. It was ginger. The boy is ginger, by the way. He had a shave today, right? But I'm telling you, this guy is ginger, right? He would insist he's Auburn, but how come we got dark hair now? I don't know if that's news to you.
I can assure you he doesn't dye it.
Really? I don't know if Just for Men had a range of pubic products, but clearly fooling you. So this is the true story of how I met Elliott, right? I've known Elliott for almost 30 years now, and it was back in 1981, and Soft Cell were at #1 in the charts with Tainted Love, if you remember that. Raise the Lost Ark were at #1 in the film charts, playing at the Forum Cinema. And Elliott was sitting at the back of a French class, crying, sitting in a puddle of piss. Yeah, I remember that. I remember. Well, let me explain, right? Vic College is a tough school, very tough school. It's a public school here for boys, right? And I had my front tooth knocked out by the headmaster when I was 10. You get fucking thrown out for drawing a dick, for God's sake. Paedophiles everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Right? Every time the fucking bell rang, yeah, kids would just run from one class to the other. They didn't want to be in the hallways, right? And I don't know if you noticed today, if you looked around, we're all very moved today, right? But you know, during the ceremony. But if you did, you wouldn't have seen so many people being touched since those school trips took down. Filthy piece of work, Mr. Dykes, wasn't he?
He certainly was.
Anyway, it's a tough school, right? And if you couldn't say "Puis-je aller à la toilette, s'il vous plaît" when you were 7 years old, you better have a strong bladder, right? And Elliott has a very weak bladder. In fact, Elliott would try that same excuse 2 years later to get himself stopped getting thrown out of our cubs. So let's recap. Elliott's sitting in the back of the class, crying, pissed these trousers, right? But the teacher's like calls him a dirty little toe rag, throws him out of the class, gets you to change into your gym gear. You come back and she says, get a bucket and a mop and wipe your mess up, right? As we're still doing our verbs. So it's very humiliating for this man, right? This kid. And anyway, you couldn't sit where you were, right? So the teacher said, come and sit next to me. Because there was a spare seat next to me, wasn't there? So you come over, you sat next to me, and I said, through the retina-searing fucking urine, hello, I'm Joseph, and you said, hello, I'm Elliott. And I said, you know what, you can sit here next to me for the rest of the term if you want, you know? Whatever, you don't shit on me. We've been best friends ever since.
We certainly have.
And then it goes on through the 90s. The 90s were we all guys 60s, right? So it was a time where we could all come together, dance as one, and feel the love, and do lots of drugs. See, Elliott and me used to do drugs. We still do, but we used to do. Let me say, Elliott never did things in halves back then. He generally did them in quarters. Some would say that praise to his cautious and thrifty side of him. We just called him a puff. As ugly and weird looking Elliott was as a young child.
He was lovely.
Thanks.
No, he was ugly. Weird. Like a ginger marmoset.
No, I knew
There's no doubt that he definitely blossoms to a fine-looking young man. Very annoying, actually. Whereas I was getting like compliments like, "Oh, you look like Ronnie O'Sullivan," stupid like that. Girls were coming up to him saying, "You look like Robbie Williams." Right? Very annoying. He bought every single bloody album, by the way. He was dining off that shit for years. Every time we were out clubbing, Robbie Williams was playing. He'd be out there on the dance floor, fucking doing these stupid dance. Do that, yeah, fucking do that, yeah. I look like Robbie Williams. Yeah, he loved it, Anyway, to bring it home, man. No amount of times I've taken and followed your advice, it's got me into trouble. I wouldn't change a single thing, mate.
Nice one.
Seriously. If I'm going to get thrown out of clubs, I'm going to get thrown out of clubs for pissing on the kid. If I didn't get thrown out of Vic, then probably I wouldn't have met all these beautiful people here at Holy End. We wouldn't have such a diverse range of friends.
Indeed. No.
If I didn't get, and even though you stunk of piss, I'm glad you sat next to me that day. It was you that gave me the confidence to get off the rock and move to London, right? And ultimately New York, where I met Anthea, right? You're an inspiration to everyone who knows you. Everyone loves you. My friendship to you is one of the most precious things I hold dear in my heart.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
If I can quote the great Peter Cook, right, he once said, tragically, I was born an only twin. But I can safely say you're the closest thing I've ever had to a brother. Your sense of humour, your empathy, your unselfishness, your... Sorry, Matt, I can't read you. Your loyalty is second to none, and it's going to see you being an incredible husband for Bianca. And I don't think of anyone who will be a better dad than you. You just are made for kids, mate.
Oh, sorry, you don't
So whatever you do, don't send to cups. Thanks for giving me the privilege and honour of standing up here today, and by being your best man, it's my proudest achievement today. Bianca, no, I actually meant that. Bank, I've already said it, I think you look beautiful today, right? And I can safely say you're absolutely the best thing that's ever happened to Elliott.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one.
We're all very happy to be distant seconds now in priority, yeah? He's yours.
pay him later.
You've created this life together, go and enjoy it. We're all so happy for the both of you and the amazing future you both have to look forward to.
Thank you.
Before we reach the toast, I've got a couple of messages to read out. This one's from the caterers. It says,
Pay your bill.
here we go. It says, congratulations Bianca and Elliott, may your wedding night be like a Sunday roast dinner. A bit of leg, a bit of breast, and plenty of stuffing. Distinctive laugh.
That's my gag.
No, I know you're the find things funny. Distinctive laugh, don't find that funny. This one's from Africa. It reads, Bianca, I wish I could be with you on your special day to be able to tell you in person what an inspiration you are to me and to all who have the privilege of knowing you. You are the friend that people talk about in philosophy, in poems and in novels, self-sacrificing, protective, loyal and true. There's no other like you. Please look after each other, love each other, respect each other. When things get tough, remember that wife is always right. If you keep to that virtue, your marriage will go the long haul. That's from Stacey. Finally, this one's from the south of France. It just simply says, Elliott, if it all gets a bit tough, you know you're welcome to sit on my boat any day. That's your maths teacher, Mr. Dykes. Guys, you can all raise your glasses. Remember this day with each other, family and friends, and toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Griffiths, Bianca and Elliott.
I'm not speaking.
That's it.